So today is Big Writing Day, and we're going to be writing a diary entry about a trip to Mexico. Remember, you're using your imagination. I know you haven't been to Mexico, but think about all the things you've learned about Mexico that you could put in a diary entry. Remember, the diary entry is written to yourself as well. So it's similar to what we were doing last week, but a little bit different and a little bit more personal. So to be successful, we're going to see if we can use the correct punctuation in simple sentences. We're going to see if we can use conjunctions to use correct punctuation in compound and complex sentences. We're going to use a range of interesting verbs, adjectives, and adverbs to convey meaning. We're going to see if we can use similes and alliteration in our work. And we're going to see if we can consider the layout and presentation of our work, the way that it looks as a diary entry. So I'm going to show you what a diary entry could look like. Remember, you've got the date at the top, and then you've got Dear Diary as the starter. Once you've done that, you then need to describe about what your life was like in the past. So it's a past tense thing. It could be something that you did the day before, or it could be something that you've done that week. But because it's a diary, it's about something that's happened to you recently, which means it's got to be past tense, but not a really long time ago. In your diary, you've got to make sure that you include some really exciting vocabulary, make it interesting for the reader, link your ideas together by using conjunctions and explaining things clearly, and obviously thinking about the way that you vary your sentences to make it interesting and thinking about your punctuation as well. So there's lots of things to consider in there. If you want to have a read of this diary entry, you're more than welcome to pause the video and have a look at that. But what I'm going to show you now is the checklist of all the things that should go in your diary entry. So you must remember your full stops and capital letters. That is literally non-negotiable. You have to do that because that is something that you do all the time in your writing. I'd like to see some exclamation marks, question marks, and commas to show that you can vary your sentence structure and punctuation there. I'd like to use at least two of these conjunctions, and, but, or because. I'd like to use at least two of these conjunctions, when, if, which, or so. Obviously, you need to use adjectives, verbs, and adverbs. There needs to be a verb in every sentence, but it'd be good to have a range of adjectives and adverbs in there as well. Similes and alliteration, I want you to use that at least once in your writing. I don't want you to overuse it because it does make writing a bit strange when you overuse figurative language like that, but it's good to have that there. And of course, this is very important. Neat handwriting. I'd like to see some evidence of joined handwriting as well. We work really hard on our joined handwriting in handwriting practice, but then when we do our writing, sometimes people forget that. I'd like to see some really neat handwriting when you're doing your diary entry today. So remember, this is the checklist. You can keep this on your screen while you're writing just to make sure that you've definitely included everything you need. In fact, what I'll do is I will put both of those things on the page at once. So you can hold that there. You can have a look at the text that I've written, and you can have a look at the checklist and make sure you include all of those things when you're doing your big writing today. I look forward to seeing it and marking it.